pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon grade 9 learners all over the country. Welcome again to our episode of ETUlay. Kamusta naman ang inyong 2 linggong bakasyon? Diba? Nagkaroon kasi tayo ng national elections at of course yung mga teachers ay nag-prepare dito. Anyhow, kumusta kayo learners? At once again, I am so happy to have you back here in our ETUlay online tutorial with me, Tutor Kevin from SDO Calamba City, Castoral VR National High School. At paumanhin sapagkat hindi natin makakasama ngayon ang ating partner na si Tutor Vandong dahil siya ay mayroong mahalagang appointment na inattendan. At learners, bago tayo magsimula, please share this live sa inyong mga kaklase. Pataasin natin ang live session para naman masamahan nyo ako at magkaroon tayo ng talakayan about Science Grade 9. Ayan. At syempre, I am so happy that you are here this afternoon with me. Share lang natin ang ating live tutorial ngayon sa YouTube, sa Facebook, At sama-sama nating itawid ang pagkatuto dito lang sa DepEd ETUlay online tutorial. Alright, sige, share lang natin ha. Sige. At napakaganda ng pag-uusapan natin ngayon because this topic, actually, we can relate to this, ano? The name of the topic that we are about to discuss this afternoon is about momentum and impulse, or impulse and momentum. And if you happen to just tune in our Facebook Live, please share natin ito. At kung hindi man kayo makatutok ngayong live session, ay pwede nyo naman uling panoorin ang ating replay ng ating ETUlay online tutorial for quarter 4, week 3. O diba, ilang linggo na lang ay mag-e-end na ang fourth quarter. Congratulations sa inyo. Okay, so dire-diretso na tayo mga learners, ha? Dire-diretso na tayo. Pumunta na tayo ngayon sa ating most essential learning competency o yung focus natin ngayong hapong ito. Okay, samahan niyo ako sa pagbabasa nito, ha? Ready na kayo? Please read together with me. This afternoon, our melts is we will relate impulse and momentum to collision of objects, no? Example nito ay vehicular collision o yung banggaan. Ayan ang ating pag-uusapan ngayong hapong ito. Pero paalala lang uli, ha? Before we begin, these are some reminders. First, you will take the pre-test. No, I will be giving you this a little later. This is prepared at the start of the module. Secondly, take time in reading and understanding the lesson. Follow instructions carefully. Number 1 yan, di ba? Sabi, we should always follow instructions. Ayan. At syempre, sasaksak ko lang tong ating laptop. Number 3, use a clean sheet of paper for your answers in each activity or assessment. No? Number 4, try to recall and connect the ideas that you had in the lower years. Kasi syempre, di ba, spiral progression tayo. May connection yung physics ng grade 8 sa grade 9. Pinagpapatuloy lang natin. 5th, ito isa sa pinakamahalaga. You have to be honest when doing the activities. Record only what you have really observed. Alright? Number 6, don't hesitate to ask. Nandyan ang ating napakapalad ninyo dahil nakatuto kayo ng live. Kasi pwede kayong mag-type sa ating chat box para ma-address ko kung ano yung inyong mga katanungan. No? If you need to clarify something, approach or contact me, Teacher Kevin A. Domingo. Or also your teacher sa inyong school. Ano? 7th is take the post-test. May inihanda akong questions later. Okay, after this episode. And number 8, you can check your answers in the activities, self-assessments, and post-tests. All right? Are you ready? And if you're ready, welcome to my class. Okay, let's have this pre-assessment. This is a multiple choices one. This is the direction, learners. Read each question carefully, then choose the letter of the correct answer. And you have to use a separate sheet of paper for your answers. Alright? Are you ready? Sige, bago tayo magsimula, bati muna tayo, no? Good afternoon sa inyo dyan, watching and listening from San Mariano National High School, Maine, DepEd Isabela. Hello sa inyo. From grade 9 Hyacinth, Bian. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ayan, sige, ilabas natin yung iba nating mga audience. Share lang natin ang ating live, di ba? Para tayo nagla-live selling. Good afternoon po, Betche Marby Gonzalez na grade 9 Helium, watching from Kaibigan High School from SDO Caloocan. And Ma'am Maria Elena. Hi, Ma'am Maria Elena Francisco. Good afternoon po sa inyo. Salamat sa pagtutok. Isa pa, good afternoon po, John Kyle M. Brandes, 9 SPJ, watching and listening from Ocampo National High School, SDO Camarines Sur, with his science teacher, Ma'am Marideth Agravante Bailon. Hello po sa inyo dyan sa SDO Camarines Sur. Alright, sige, magpatuloy na tayo. Get your pen and paper. This is question number 1. Which has more momentum? A heavy truck moving at 30 kilometers per hour or a light truck moving at 30 kilometers per hour? These are the choices. A heavy truck, B light truck, C both has the same momentum, or D cannot be determined. Okay, answer mo, show mo. You have 5 seconds. Ready? Go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ayan, alin dyan ang tamang sagot mga kaibigan? Sige nga, alin kaya dyan, learners? Alin dyan ang tamang sagot? Tingnan natin ang inyong mga comments sa ating comment section. Ayan na, naglalabasan ng mga sagot. Now, letter A daw. Ayan, heavy truck. Sige nga, let us try to figure out if what the correct answer is for question number 1. Alin dyan ang may greatest momentum? Alright, letter A, the heavy truck. Kung bakit, later we will discuss. Congratulations and very good. Question number 2. The impulse experienced by a body is equal to the change in its A, velocity, B, kinetic energy, C, momentum, or D, potential energy. Ano kayang tamang sagot dyan? Answer mo, show mo. Let's go, guys. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What could be the right answer? Ayan, sabi ni Mama Maridet Agravante Bailon, the answer is momentum. Let's see if her answer is correct. Yes, ma'am, you are correct. It's momentum. Ayan. Nagkaroon ng malaking momentum yung pintuan dito sa aming loob ng opisina. Shoutout nga pala sa ating mga head teachers na nandito, sa ating tsaka sa ating principal. Pinayagan po nila tayong mag-ETUlay dito sa office of the principal. Thank you po. Sa Castoral Ver National High School lang yan. Alright, sige. Tama po kayo, ma'am. Congratulations. See, momentum ba? It seems like you did an advanced reading sa ating topic ngayon. Ano? Sige, congratulations. Now, next, question number 3. 2 identical cars are traveling along EDSA. The question is, which of the 2 cars would have a greater momentum? Is it letter A, slower car, B, faster car, C, both have the same momentum, or D, cannot be easily determined? Ready? Answer mo, show mo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Please, ayan, may sagot na naman si Mama Maridet Agravante Bailon na faster car daw. Ayan, hello sa inyo. Sabi ni Sabrina, it's letter B. Letter B daw ang tamang sagot. Is it the faster car? Okay, what could be the correct answer here? All right, the answer is... Ayan, sige, ulitin natin, ha? What could be the answer here? Again, let us analyze the question carefully. 2 identical cars are traveling along EDSA. Alin dyan ang may greater momentum? Ayan, tingnan natin kung anong tamang sagot. Okay? Letter D, cannot be easily determined, no? Kung bakit, later sasagutin natin yan. Ano? Wag muna bakit kaya ganun? Ba't kaya ganun? Alright, sige. Mamaya we will have plenty of time to discuss this one. Now, to those who got all the correct answers, congratulations to you. Pero syempre, wag kayong mag-alala. This is just a pre-assessment. Ibig sabihin, ayan, sa dulo po ng EDSA, andun po yung monumento yata yun, Sir DJ. Ayan. Kung hindi nyo nakuha ang tamang sagot, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Bakit? Kasi this is just a pre-test. Okay? Ayan. Sir DJ, hello. Congratulations. Good afternoon sa iyo, ang ating magaling na tutor sa communication sa English. Ayan. Congratulations, Fantastic learners. Now, ito na. Tingnan natin. We have here figure 1. At anong nakikita nyo dito sa figure 1? Of course, you can see 2 vehicles. At syempre, sa gilid nila, we have a wall, no? The wall and the truck, the wall and the small car. A truck and a car hitting a wall. That's figure 1. Now, eto na yung scenario natin. Now, if these 2 vehicles suddenly lose their brakes and crash against the brick wall, which do you think would be more damaging? And what factor would affect the impact of collision and their velocities were the same? Yan ang katanungan na ating sasagutin a little later. Next, I have here 2 identical cars of different velocities. No? Question. Dito do sa figure na to, car A, no, car A, which is car number 7, is traveling at 80 kilometers per hour, while car B, car number 4, is traveling at 30 kilometers per hour. The question is, which of the two cars would be more difficult to stop? Alin sa dalawa ang mahirap pigilin, no? And which of the two cars has more momentum? Alin daw sa dalawang sasakyan na ito ang merong mas madaming momentum? And I have here another picture. Ayan, napakasikat na game to sa Amerika at syempre dito din sa Pilipinas, no, baseball. So, observe this picture. Observe figure number 3. The baseball player in this figure exerts a great amount of force in hitting the baseball. Siyempre, kinakailangan mo ng malakas na puwersa para mapatalsik mo yung bola. Tanong, what is or are the effects of this force on the baseball? Na epekto pala yung force, yung lakas ng paghataw doon sa baseball. And another question, why does the man have to do a follow-through after hitting the baseball? Bakit kinakailangan ng follow-through? Kasi ginagawa yung follow-through sa baseball, no? Bakit nga ba kinakailangan? Mamaya malalaman natin ang kasagutan. For now, young learners, sige, bumati muna tayo ng ilan. Share lang tayo ng ating live. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon po, Aizen Jacob D. Bacani, grade 9, Lan Hua Malabon National High School. Hello sa inyo dyan. Zyrene L. Paningbatan, good afternoon po. Watching from Kaibiga High School. Hello, good afternoon sa inyo. Alright, sige, magpatuloy po tayo sa ating discussion ngayon. Now, kilala nyo ba yan? Siyempre, mula elementary, you have discussed that. And I know you know it already. This scientist is Sir Isaac Newton. Now, one of his discoveries, kasi napakadami niyang discoveries, is that he discovered the difference between stationary and moving objects. No, meron palang pagkakaiba yung object na nakastay lang o nakatigil lang at saka yung object na gumagalaw. At may epekto sila sa isa't isa. No? Now, because of that discovery, he coined the term momentum to describe the amount of motion. Ayan, si Sir Isaac Newton ang scientist na nakadiscover or dahil sa kanya, kaya natin pinag-aaralan at nako-compute na yung momentum. Huwag niyong kalimutan si Sir Isaac Newton. Ha? Now, I want you to look at this animation. I want you to look at this. No? This is actually a pendulum, Ayan. When one hits the object on its side, then nagkakaroon ng pag-move doon sa kabila. Anong ibig sabihin natin? This momentum is the principle behind this phenomena, Now, product of particles, mass, and velocity. That is momentum. Again, momentum is the product of particles of mass and velocity. Learners, tandaan nyo lang, mass and velocity. No? Now, of course, momentum is a vector quantity, meaning to say it has magnitude and direction. Malinaw tayo doon. No? Sa pagpapatuloy, momentum is also a body's momentum is its tendency to resist any change in its state of motion of rest. Malinaw tayo doon, So, sa madaling sabi, learners, let's say for instance, merong isang football player, imagine niyo yung football player is a big guy, a big man with the huge muscles, then tumatakbo siya na hawak yung bola. Para mapigilan mo siya, anong kinakailangan mong gawin? Dahil malaki yung katawan niya at mabilis ang kanyang pagtakbo at malakas ang kanyang puwersa, what do you have to do in order for you to stop that football player? So isipin niyo muna kung anong dapat yung gawin. Mamaya sasagutin din natin yan. Now, momentum is also based on Newton's law of inertia. Ano bang sabi doon? An object will not change its motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Tandaan natin ha, hindi mo mapipigilan, hindi mo mapapagalaw ang isang bagay unless ito ay, o hindi mo mapipigilan ng isang bagay unless ito ay inapplyan mo ng force na makapagpapapigil sa kanya. Malinaw tayo doon. Are we okay, learners? Ayan, sabi ni John Kimber Abatayo, momentum, ayan, sige, post natin. Momentum, in physics term, it refers to the quantity of motion that an object has. Tama, perfect yan, John Kimber Abatayo. Hello sa iyo, Charlize. Hello, Hazenet. Hello, Christian Lane. Time check, it's already 2:39 in the afternoon. Ayan, sabi din ni Earl Jeffrey, post natin. Sabi ni Earl Jeffrey, momentum is a physics term. It refers to the quantity of motion that an object has. A sports team that is on the move has the momentum. If an object is in motion or on the move, then it has momentum. Tama yan. Kaya nga mahirap pigilan ang malakas. No? Siyempre, kapag malakas ka, malakas din ang momentum mo. Sige. Yeah, yun basically yung concept ng momentum. Very good at nakukuha nyo na. Now, momentum depends on two factors. Tandaan natin that momentum depends on mass of the object and the velocity of the object. Mass and velocity, no? So, we will be using this equation. Now, P is equal to M times V, wherein P refers to the momentum, M is mass expressed in kilograms, and V refers to the velocity expressed in meters per second. Again, because this is a vector quantity, so we have to have an arrow above. Hindi lang natin isusulat as P equals to MV. It is also necessary for us to write the arrow above each variable. P is equal to MV is the formula in getting the momentum of an object. Maliwanag ba tayo dyan? Are we all right? Okay, kamusta naman kayo? Dito sa amin ngayon ay nagsimulang umulan, no? Kaya kayo dyan, alam ko medyo masarap matulog ngayon, pero please stay with me until the end of this ETUlay online tutorial. Okay, sige. Padamihin pa natin ng share ha, padamihin pa natin. Again, padamihin natin. Hello sa iyo, Rian, Jenks, Jill, Eleanor, hello po. A body at rest has no momentum, sabi ni Ma'am Eleanor Aquino. Okay. So it has really no momentum. Kasi nga, stay lang siya. It's at rest siya. Alright. Thank you so much po. Ayan. John Kyle, thank you so much. Okay. Are we ready to move forward? Alright. Good job. Now, I have here a sample problem. Tingnan natin kung paano natin i-apply and what's the significance of momentum, no? In this particular problem. Sample problem. Learners, problem-solving skill, you have to read and understand what are the details in our question. Kasi kung hindi natin alam, kung hindi natin maintindihan yung sinasabi sa problema, how can we solve the problem? Diba? Ayun, life skills din yan. This is the sample problem. What is the momentum of a 22 kilograms grocery cart which travels at 1.2 meters per second? Sa madaling sabi, ano daw yung momentum ng isang 22 kilong grocery cart o yung tinutulak natin sa grocery nilalagyan ng mga pinamili na nagta-travel sa bilis na 1.2 meters per second. Okay. Now, first identify the given. At paano natin ma-identify yung given? Ito use the variables P equals mv. So we need mass and velocity. Yun ang mga variables natin. Kasi ang tinatanong dito is what is the momentum? Therefore, what is the mass of the cart? It's 22 kilograms. Ano naman yung velocity ng cart? Yes, it's 1.2 meters per second. Anong hinahanap natin? Di syempre sabi sa tanong, what is the momentum? Of course, we will find the momentum P. So kompleto na tayo. Are we ready to solve? Yes, but before we solve it, kinakailangan nating alamin yung working equation natin. Since we are looking for the momentum, nasa labas siya na equation. So we will use the standard equation. P is equal to mass times the velocity. Napakasimple lang, di ba mga learners, mga teachers, mga kasama. Now, substitute lang natin yung ating variables, no, sa ating equation. P is equal to, what's the M or the mass? 22 kilograms. What is the value of velocity? The value of velocity is 1.2 meters per second. Multiply lang natin yan. Paano natin gagawin? Di 22 kilograms times 1.2 meters per second. Sige, learners, pakitype nga ang tamang sagot. Yan sabi ni Henschel. Yan, hello Henschel. 26.4 kilograms meter per second. Napakabilis. Ako, nakakatuwa naman. Hello sa inyo dyan. Tutor Van Dong, kamusta ka dyan? I hope you are doing well. I hope you are also okay. At tapos mo yung transaction mo. Ayan, na-miss ko itong mga learners natin eh. Sige, solve na natin. 22 kilograms times 1.2 meters per second is... Tama si Henschel at ang iba pa natin mga learners is 26.4 kilograms meters per second. Ano namang ibig sabihin nito? Ano namang ibig sabihin itong figure na to? Therefore, ang momentum daw ng 22 kilograms grocery cart na nagtatravel sa bilis na 1.2 meters per second ay 26.4 kilograms meter per second. Yun ang kanyang momentum. Ganun siya kalakas. Ganun siya. Okay? Yun yung momentum niya. Nakuha po ba? Thumbs up nga kung nakuha. Ayan, tama si Emil, tama si Jazel, si Elisha, si Sherilyn, si Ermeline, si John Kimber, si Marian, si John Kyle. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure matutuwa ang inyong mga science teacher. Paki-mention nga ang pangalan ng mga science teachers nyo. Type nyo naman please para mabati natin sila. Ayan. Naku, may solution pa si Graciela, no? Thank you so much. Ayan. Sige, let's move forward. Another sample problem. Sige, this is the sample problem. Analyze this carefully. A 3,000 kilograms truck travels with a velocity of 30 meters per second to the east. May direction tayo, east. What is the momentum of the truck? No? Meron daw 3,000 kilogram na truck na tumatakbo na may velocity na 30 meters per second papunta sa east. Ano daw yung momentum ng truck ngayon? Sige nga. Can I give you 10 seconds? Sige. 10 seconds. Go! Ayan. Si Henschel, of course, si Ma'am Bandong. Thank you so much, Henschel, for always tuning in. I know that you are a smart student. No? Congratulations. At sa lahat ng ating mga learners. Ayan. Padamihin natin ng share. You still have 5 seconds. Sige. Type your answers. Sige. In order for you to answer this correctly, huwag natin kalimutan yung proseso. Huwag tayong mag-shortcut agad. Write the given, write the working equation, substitute, then solve. Alright? Sige, are you ready? Ayan, si Henschel, meron na rin sagot. Yan, thank you so much. Sige, once again, maraming salamat po sa ating mga learners at teachers na nakatutok ngayong hapong ito. Sige, let us solve. Time is up. Sige, what are the given? We have the mass. What's the mass? It's 3,000 kilograms. What's now the velocity? The velocity in our problem is 30 meters per second going to the east. Find the momentum, P. Kasi momentum yung tinatanong, no? Now, let us know what equation is applicable for this. Ayan. Still, we will use P is equal to M times V. Substitute 3,000 kilograms times 30 meters per second. Anong tamang sagot? Sabi ni Henschel, ni Ermeline, ni Rebecca, ni Henschel, ni Jazel, yan, ni John Kimber, ni John Kyle ay 90,000 kilograms. So, tama ba ito? Yes, it's 90,000 kilograms meters per second going to the east. Very good, learners. Congratulations. Again, hindi naman sapat na alam natin kung paano i-solve. Dapat alam din natin kung paano ito gamitin, no? Therefore, we therefore conclude that the momentum of a 3,000 kilograms truck that travels with a velocity of 30 meters per second east is 90,000 kilograms meters per second. Malinaw tayo. 90,000 kilograms meters per second going to the east ang momentum ng isang truck na mayroong bigat na 3,000 kilos at tumatakbo ng 30 meters per second papunta sa east. Alright? Ayan. Ako, alam nyo, learners, di ba nararanasan natin na kapag tayo ay may bit-bit na timba na walang laman at merong laman at tayo lumalakad, ano kaya ang at tayo ay nakipagkarera, no? Diba, may timba kang hawak at may lamang tubig. Yung kaibigan mo, pareho din kayo ng weight, pareho kayo ng height, pareho kayo ng body build, parehong-pareho kayo. At ang karga niya ay kalahating timbang tubig. Sino kaya ang mas mabilis gumalaw? Ayan. At sino kaya ang may mas higher momentum? No? So parang ganun yung application nitong ating lesson about momentum. Now, going back to this figure, we have here the two vehicles. Suddenly, nawalan sila ng preno at sila ay bumangga doon sa wall. No? Ang tanong dito, sino sa dalawa ang will cause huge damage or be more damaging? Sino kaya? Sino kaya? Okay lang, Henschel. No problem, no problem. It's perfectly fine. Sino kaya dyan sa dalawa ang tingin nyo ay more damaging? Is it the truck or the smaller car? Alin kaya? Sige, type in your answers. Time check, it's 2:49 in the afternoon. Sabi ni Leonard, it's the truck. And thank you, Leonard. Bakit kaya truck? Sige, pakitype din yung reason, yung rationale natin. Sabi din ni Betchamar, it's the truck din. Bakit kaya? Sige, type your answer even if it's in Filipino or Taglish or pure English, okay lang yan. Pakitype lang po yung tama, yung reason ninyo, no? Ayan. Sige. And sabi ni Henschel, it's the truck also. Shall we reveal the answer? Sige, let us reveal the answer. Is it the truck? Yes. If both truck and car are moving at the same velocities at nawalan sila ng brake, the truck would cause more damage on the wall by the virtue of mass. Mas massive kasi yung truck. No? So kahit they are running at the same velocity, by virtue of mass, which is on the side of the truck because it's bigger, it will cause more damage to the wall. Very good. Congratulations. Watching from Pinalagdan High School, Mabel Eugenio. Ayan. Hello, Lian Espiritu. Hello, Noel Ariana de Jesus. Hello sa inyong lahat. Thank you. Hello po, Fiona. June, Kabakungan, Reson. The truck is heavier. So by virtue of mass, talagang mas makapipinsala ang truck. Another question is this. What factor would affect the impact of collision if other velocities were the same? Ano daw yung iba pang factors, no, na makakaapekto doon sa impact ng collision o nung pagkabangga, nung banggaan? Ano pa kaya? What do you think is the answer here? Can you share? Ayan, can you share? Sige, the answer is two bodies of the same mass but different velocities will also have different momenta. Naintindihan ba yan? Again, if two bodies of the same mass pero iba naman sila ng velocity, makaka-apekto din yan sa momentum. Kanina, same velocity, iba lang yung mass. Ngayon naman, same mass, different lang yung velocity, still, maapektuhan nyo yung momentum. Remember that momentum depends on two factors, namely the mass and the velocity. Are we clear on that? Good job. Sige, again, momentum, mass, and velocity. How about this? Ito na, isa pa sa exciting part, no? In which, which of these two cars would be more difficult to stop? Alin dyan? Is it car number 4 or car number 7? Si car number 7 nagka-travel ng 80 kilometers per hour. Car number 4 is traveling at 30 kilometers per hour. Alin, sino sa dalawa ang mas mahirap pigilin? Sino kaya? Car A daw. Tingnan natin. Ayan. So, cars A and B have the same mass. But since car A has greater velocity, it has greater momentum, making it more difficult to stop than car B. Very good naman si Marideth Agravante. Thank you so much. Ayan. Thank you so much. Mas malakas o mas madaming velocity yung car A. Kaya mas mahirap siyang pigilan. Imagine niyo na lang, dalawang kalaro mo nagtatakbuhan, isang mabagal, isang mabilis. Gusto mo silang pigilan. Sino mas mahirap pigilan sa dalawa? Eh di syempre, yung kaklase mo na o kalaro mo na mas mabilis tumakbo. Mahirap pigilin yun. Di ba? Minsan nga, pag nabangga ka pa niya, magtataob ka. Mahirap. Para mapigilan mo yun, kinakailangan mo din ng great force para ma-counteract mo at mapigilan yung object na mas greater momentum. Kaya hindi parang ganito lang yan. Paglabanin mo yung isang napakalaking boksingero at saka yung payatot na boksingero, sinong mabilis tumumba? O sinong mahirap patumbahin? Siyempre, yung mas may malaking mass. No? Ayan. Sige, let us continue kasi medyo mahaba-haba pa ito, no? Another question is, which of the two cars has more momentum? Sino naman sa dalawa? Eh di syempre, ayan. In physics, the external force acting on an object over a specific time leads to a change in momentum of the object A. Object A has a greater momentum. Shoutout nga pala po sa ating mga writers sa LEAP sa Region 4A Calabarzon. Thank you so much po, CLMD, for allowing us to use your material. And to the teachers, batiin natin nga yung mga pangalan ng mga teachers na nagsulat ng module na ito. Hello po sa inyo, Ma'am Edna B. Gabriel, Sir Rizalito A. Licos, Ma'am Mary Ann Castro, and Ma'am Rochelle Rosales. Thank you so much po for giving us this very, very useful module. Ayan. Ayan, tama si Graciela, it's car A. Ma'am Melina Aquino, yes, it's car A po. Thank you so much po for participating sa pagpapatuloy ng ating aralin. Ayan. Bilisan lang natin si impulse kasi halos magkakambal naman si impulse at saka si momentum. Pag sinabi nating impulse, of course, it starts a body into motion. And the motion is produced by a starting force. That is the impulse, no? Ano pa? A force applied to an object for a certain amount of time. So that is the impulse. Sa madaling sabi, we solve impulse by using this formula. Impulse equals F times T, wherein I is the impulse, newtons per second, F is a force in Newton, and the time is expressed also in seconds. No? Sample problem, calculate the impulse of a car crash that exerts a force of 270 Newton over a time of 0.9 seconds. Ano kaya ang impulse niyan? Sige, ano po kayang impulse niyang sasakyan na aksidente at nag-exert ng force ng 270 Newton? Ano kaya? Given. Ano yung mga variables? We need force, time, and the impulse. Force, the amount of force is 270 Newton. Malinaw yan sa tanong. Time is 0.9 seconds. Ang hinahanap natin is, the missing variable is the impulse. Therefore, our equation is I equals Ft. Substitute lang natin 270 times 0.9 seconds. Di syempre, ang tamang sagot ay, ano kaya? Pakitype nga po ng tamang sagot. Multiply nyo lang. Ready? It's 243 Newton per second. Or Newton seconds. Yan ang tamang sagot. E ano namang implication niyan? The impulse of a car crash that exerts a force of 270 Newton over a time of 0.9 seconds is ganyang kalakas, 243 Newton seconds. Another question. Wala na pala, no? Let us relate impulse at saka momentum. Now, impulse is equivalent to a change in momentum. The less massive object will have less momentum if the velocities are the same. That is the condition. If the velocities are the same, the less massive object will have lesser momentum. And impulse is equivalent to the change in momentum. Sa madaling sabi, pag malakas ang suntok mo, syempre, nagdedepende doon yung impact ng at epekto noon dun sa susuntukin mo. Kung ito man ay malakas ang, di ba sa mga comedy, sinuntok niya yung wall dahil siya ay na-broken, sinuntok niya yung wall. Yun tuloy, sa sobrang lakas ng suntok niya, yun din ang lakas ng impact na nakuha ng kamay niya against the wall. Kaya, ouchie, basag ang kamay. Now, let us relate impulse and momentum now. We will be using the equation for impulse and the equation from the momentum. Sa impulse, we have force times time. Sa momentum, mass times velocity. Therefore, we will use force times time is equal to mass times the velocity, wherein F is the force expressed in Newton, T is time expressed in second, M is mass expressed in kilograms, and V is velocity expressed in meter per seconds. All right? So ayan, sample problem natin. An offensive player passes a football of a mass of 0.42 kilograms. Yan yung mass ng football. Okay, then with the velocity of 25 meters per second, due south, papunta sa south. If the player is in contact with the ball for 0.050 seconds, what is the magnitude of the average force he exerts? Siyempre, kinakailangan natin understand yung problem para makuha natin yung given. Given, we have the mass. Ano yung mass niya? Siyempre, may value yung kilogram. 0.42 kilograms. Ano naman yung velocity niya? E di yung may value na meters per second. No, may unit na meters per second. That's 25.0 meters per second going to the south. Ano naman yung time? E di yung merong unit na seconds, 0.050 seconds. Ano naman yung force? Yun ang hahanapin natin. E ano yung equation natin? The standard equation for this is Ft is equal to mv. May sagot na si Aldrich, ano? Hello, Melinda, Melinda Espino, watching from Santa Lucia High School. Ayan. But the question is this equation applicable? Knowing in this sample problem, knowing that ang hinahanap natin is force, all we have to do is we will derive another equation. So this is the standard equation. Ft is equal to mv. All we have to do is divide both sides with t, or time. Then cancel time doon sa left side of the equation. Matitira ngayon si force. Therefore, force is equal to mass times velocity divided by time. This will be our working equation. F is equal to mv divided by t. Now, let us solve this problem. So, ayan na. Meron na tayong working equation. All we have to do is to substitute. Plug in all the values. 0.42 kilograms times 25.0 meters per second south divided by 0.050 seconds. Multiply 4.42 kilograms to the velocity, then divide it by the time. What could be the answer here? Ayan, may sagot na sila. 210 kilograms meters per second squared. Thank you so much, Chloe. Thank you so much. This is the answer. Tama din si Ma'am Antoinette Hernandez. Yan, very good talaga. Very good. Next. So ano ngayon? Ang conclusion, edi syempre, kinakailangan ng 210 kilograms meters per second, kilograms meters per second squared. Yun yung sagot dito dun sa what is the magnitude of the average force that the football player exerts. So he exerted 210 kilograms meters per second squared. Ayan, back to this picture. Ano ngayon yung sagot dito? The baseball player in figure 3 exerts a great amount of force in hitting the baseball. What is or are the effects of this force on the baseball? Anong epekto ngayon dun sa baseball? Sa lakas ng pagpalo ng baseball player, lakas ng pag-swing niya dun sa bat, anong epekto nun sa baseball? Of course, the baseball player exerts force to change the baseball's momentum by hitting it with a bat. Di ba? Yung pitcher, binato niya ng malakas kasi yung bola. Eh syempre, ang goal mo as the baseball player is hindi lang matamaan yung bola, kundi lumayo pa yung bola. No? So kinakailangan siyang i-hit ng mas malakas. Alin ang i-hit? Yung bola. Anong pang-hit ng mas malakas? Eh di yung baseball bat. Malinaw? Kasi kung equal lang yung force ng dalawa, halimbawa, same force lang yung pagbato at same force lang yung paghataw, eh hindi lalayo yung bola. Kinakailangan there should be a greater force that will hit the baseball. Malinaw. So swing mo siya ng mas malakas. Alin tinutukoy ko? The baseball bat. The second question is, why does the man have to do a follow through after hitting the baseball? Bakit nga ba? Kasi para ma-increase yung time of contact with the baseball and change its momentum further. Yun yung sinasabi ko, kinakailangan iswing mo yung katawan mo ng mas malakas para syempre hindi lang equal yung amount ng force na ihahataw mo doon sa bola. Kasi ang goal mo nga is mapa-home run o mapalayo yung bola, no? So ayun yung konsepto ng impulse and momentum sa baseball, no? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Mabilis lang to. Impulse computed as the product of mass and velocity, while momentum computed in integral form. Baliktad tayo, sorry. This is the impulse yung kanina, no? So momentum yung kanina, then yung isa naman is the impulse. Sige, correct natin yan. Yan, masyado kasing excited si Sir Kevin. Ayan. So this will be the momentum. Nagkabaliktad lang. And this will be the, sorry. Ayan. This one is the, sorry. This one is impulse. So pag sinabing momentum, syempre kinakailangan natin tandaan yung computed as the product of mass and velocity. Impulse, integral of a force over a certain period of time. Used to calculate the force that acts sa momentum. Sa impulse, the value of force is needed in order for it to be calculated. No? So sa madaling sabi, sa impulse, kinakailangan mo munang pag-aralan kung gaano kalakas yung object na ika-counteract mo. No, hindi pwede, syempre, para ma-counteract mo siya, either mas same force or mas malakas yung force na i-apply mo. Okay na to? You just have to multiply this. Okay na yan? Sige. Now, let's have the post-test. Multiple choices, talagang mabilis lang to, run through lang. Read each questions carefully, then choose the letter of the correct answer. You should use a separate sheet of paper for your answer. Letter number 1. A bus and a car are traveling along EDSA, having the same velocity. Which of the two vehicles would have greater momentum? A bus, B car, C both have the same momentum, or D cannot be determined. What is the correct answer? Answer mo, show mo. Ayan, the answer here is letter, ano kaya? A, the bus has a greater momentum kasi mas malaki si bus kaysa kay car. No? Question number 2. A lady tennis player hits an approaching ball with a force of 750 Newton. If she hits the ball in 0.002 seconds, how much impulse is imparted to the tennis ball? Ano kaya? Ganong kabilis, 0.002 seconds yung pagpalo nung sa bola. So, ano kayang sagot? A, 0 Newton seconds, B, 1.5 Newton seconds, C, 3.0 Newton seconds, or D, 6.0 Newton seconds. What could be the correct answer? 5 seconds, go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ayan, the correct answer is, sabi ni Betchamar, it's letter A. Letter B daw ang sabi ni Marideth. Ayan, sige, tingnan natin. The correct answer is B, 1.5 Newton seconds. So kapag iniswing pala niya yung raketa niya sa bilis na 0.002 seconds. So ayan, 1.5 Newton seconds. Number 3, a 25 kilogram girl is riding a 5 kilograms with a velocity of 5 meters per second east. Ano ngayon yung total momentum ng girl at saka ng bike? Okay? Ano yung total momentum? A, 100 kilograms meters per second. B, 125 kilograms meters per second. C, 150 kilograms meters per second. Or D, 200 kilograms meters per second. 5 seconds, go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What could be the correct answer here? Sige, type in your answer. The correct answer is letter letter, and you have to find the momentum, the momentum. The correct answer is letter D, 150 kilograms. No? Kasi 25 plus 5 is 30. No? Then, you have to multiply it by 5. It's 150 kilograms meter per second. Sige nga, check na natin. Check natin, learners, kung anong tamang sagot. Kayo nga. Ayan, sige. Ulitin natin. Therefore, we have 30 times 5 is 150 kilograms meters per second. Ayan, kanina ang tanong, yung daw may same car, identical car, ano daw mas may greater momentum? Hindi natin masosolve kasi walang amount ng mass, wala ding amount ng velocity. Same siya ng mass, kaya lang walang velocity na given. So it cannot be determined. Okay? Magmamatter lang siya kung merong given na velocity. Magbavary. Words to ponder, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at this. Sometimes, let us relate this lesson to this words to ponder. Tandaan natin, learners, teachers, and mga kapatid, sometimes thinking too much can destroy your momentum. Tandaan natin, if you overthink, masisira ang diskarte mo sa buhay. Therefore, relax ka lang para you still be in control. Sabi yan ni Tom Watson. Ayan. Learners, thank you so much for tuning in our live tutorial from 2:20 in the afternoon to 3 o'clock for Science 9 every Monday. This has been Tutor Kevin from SDO Calambao City, Castor Alvear National High School, your tutor for this afternoon with my partner, Tutor Vandong from SDO Malabon. Ayan, kasunod na natin si Tutor Rainier at si Tutor Ichad for Grade 10 Science. And for your comments and suggestion, please send a message or just scan this QR and send it to edtech@deped.gov.ph para syempre alam naman namin kung ano yung mga dapat namin i-improve. Thank you so much, and I hope you learned something from today's episode. Good afternoon sa inyong lahat, and God bless us all. Thank you so much. This has been Tutor Kevin A. Domingo. See you next week.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!